Many people, this is going to be a huge problem for the former royal known as Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, because as we've seen, well promoted his international best-selling book Spare, he's held nothing back, much to a lot of his detriment. But it's this particular difficult, thorny topic that could see him, well, basically back to where he started. Or could it? As ever with Harry and Meghan, they seemingly always have some kind of loophole that they can get out of it with. And as ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to see you. Hope you're well today. By the way, a lot of people were commenting on the video that we posted yesterday regarding the London hotel charging £13,000 a night for the London coronation experience, saying, Neil, are you sure it wasn't an April Fool's joke? Absolutely not. No, the press release went out to the magazines at the end of February and the early part of March. Certainly no April Fool, although some people might say you might be a fool for parting with all of that money for one night's stay in a London hotel, particularly as we pointed out that that hotel has no idea about that particular promotion. I'll just leave it there for now. You know my thoughts on that. Take a lot more than that to prise open my wallet. You're the same, aren't you? I can tell. It's a little bit like this particular breaking story. It's been rambling on now for the last few weeks, ever since, of course, Prince Harry sat down and did that ridiculous chat with some kind of doctor where you got the opportunity to pay to see him having some kind of therapy session. Around about £25 over here in the United Kingdom. Not quite sure for the rest of the world. What a waste of time that was. But of course, what he did reveal, and what he's also revealed in his book, is that Prince Harry is no stranger to various substances, drugs, spoken openly about it in the medicinal sense, some might say. Others, of course, might say he's just plain stupid, because once you've now put that down in print or indeed spoken about that, it opens all can of worms, as one can imagine. Now, there is a person over in America who basically is pushing hard to the Freedom of Information Act to find out exactly what did Prince Harry put down on his visa application. That runs out in about 10 days' time. But the bigger problem, you see, for Prince Harry is seemingly this. And, you know, as I've often said here on the show, it doesn't really matter, seemingly, what is thrown at Meghan Markle or indeed Prince Harry. They seemingly have a way of getting themselves out of any thorny problem. You know, if you saw recently with Meghan and her half-sister, Samantha, it looked, the way it was printed in the press, that it was all going in Meghan's favour. As we've told you, it's not. But could this now go in the favour of the one-time royal known as Prince Harry? Let me explain. The bigger problem now for Prince Harry is this. As I say, people will want the Freedom of Information Act to see exactly whether he was honest enough to put down about his past drug uses, experiences. This is pivotal, of course, and could see him having his visa revoked. But according to a very good source close to the ex-royals out in Montecito, you see, the thing is, and as ever we have to say allegedly, royals don't do paperwork. That could easily be, shall we say, moved to one side, seemingly because, I'm led to understand this, that Prince Harry wouldn't necessarily have busied himself with such important documents. I kid you not. You see, over here in the United Kingdom, royals wouldn't fill that sort of thing out. They may be sat down in a room and, of course, gone through it with, but they certainly wouldn't be putting pen to paper, ticking boxes. That's why you have equerries, servants, people like that looking after you. So whoever did fill that in for Prince Harry, then they could have simply failed or not asked him in advance, seemingly forgotten all of that sort of stuff, assumed he wouldn't have had any legal recourse regarding drug usage. You see how these things work now? You get the picture? So the bigger story is this, you know, over the next 10 days, whichever way it goes, I would surmise that this will amount seriously to nothing. No one really would want to take down a former royal, particularly over in the United States. And right now, and people might say, well, what do you mean? Well, as we've seen with the previous story with the mainstream media, alluding to the fact that Meghan Markle won her case already against her half-sister Samantha, it's the way that they play it, paint it. At best, I think he will get a naughty slap on the wrist, told not to do it again, and move forward. And as many people often say over here in the United Kingdom, seemingly it's one rule for one and certainly one for another. But could this be the way, the loophole that Prince Harry finally gets out of this stupid mess that only he got himself in by being so gobby in the first place. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.